Hello, everybody. Excuse me for coughing. Excuse me if my voice sounds a bit rough today. The air quality in Bangkok is awful. Air quality indicators measure harmful gases and fine particulate matter called PM 2.5. The air quality in Bangkok has been between 150 and 170 in the last few days. For contrast, today London is at 20, Tokyo is at 50 and New York at 30. Here's a map. It shows Thailand. The dark red shows the worst air right down the country's centre from the north to Bangkok on the coast. This is a main agricultural and agribusiness area. The fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, is made of particles, these give it the name, of 2.5 microns or less in diameter. That's very small. Think of a grain of sand. Imagine breaking that grain of sand into 400 pieces. Each of those smaller pieces would be approximately 2.5 microns in size. These particles are discharged into the air from vehicles, manufacturing and agriculture. Pretty much all human activity. PM 2.5 is responsible, it's said, for about 4 million deaths globally from illnesses such as heart and respiratory disease. If you are elderly and have comorbidities such as high blood pressure and diabetes, a high level of PM 2.5 is lethal. COVID, of course, is a huge risk factor. To be safe, PM 2.5 needs to be less than 10 micrograms per cubic metre. As I speak, the PM 2.5 outside my window is 64 micrograms per cubic metre, more than 6 times the safe level. Forget the science jargon. Here's the view from my desk on a good day. Those tall buildings are roughly 2 kilometres away. There's usually some haze on a normal day, but I can see them clearly. Here's the view today, taken about the same time of day. I've even zoomed in a bit. So let's be clear about one thing. I'm 74. I care about my health in my environment today, and hopefully tomorrow. I won't be here in 100 years. And if we don't act to prevent the immediate pollution of our environment, neither will my kids. Yes, no one doubts climate change. It's a natural, cyclical phenomenon. But the immediate issue is atmospheric pollution. And of course, the two are connected. My last episode of this channel was called Animal Farts. No one seemed to pick up on the pun on the book Animal Farm. Never mind. I talked about methane, how cows and giraffes and all of us fart into the atmosphere, and how methane absorbs heat and warms the atmosphere, blah, 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 blah. My conclusion about agriculture was that the main effort has to be with smallholders and traditional farming systems. But be careful not to interfere too much, I said. And then my dear friend who lives on a farm up north in Thailand sent me the video I'm about to show you. Quick background. Thailand is the second largest exporter of sugar in the world. Last year, the crop of sugarcane was over 100 million tonnes, and exports of sugar are around 11 million tonnes, worth about 1.5 billion US dollars. It's a vital export for the Thai economy. Now, over to my friend. He uses some strong language, but as you'll see, he has every reason to do so.
This burning of sugar is supposed to be outlawed in Thailand, and the sugar companies have pledged they will not take sugar from fields where burning has occurred. But I assume that these people have worked out that the sugar companies will turn a blind eye because they need all the sugar they can get. This is right on the border of our fence, as you can see, right on the border. They do this every year. Okay, I know they need to make some money, I don't doubt that, but there's no need to burn sugar. There really is no need whatsoever, but they take a shortcut. So, fucking assholes in that respect. No understanding of the environmental impacts at all. It does look spectacular, that I admit. Up there is the moon, looking down, wondering what the fuck's going on. But here we are. Look at it. It lasts about 30 minutes. It looks beautiful, but it's horrible. That is 100 metres away from one of our houses. Our house is on fire. Look how close it is to us. Look at it. Look at it right now. I don't understand. The sugar company said they won't take burnt cane. Okay, it's dying down now.
Burning sugarcane is done for various reasons, agronomic and financial. The practice is officially illegal in Thailand, but many farmers ignore it. Some try to do their best to avoid it and to change. But as you can see, not all of them. The wider point is that in the West, the climate change and the no fossil fuels lobby, the just stop oil fraternity, can throw paint at the Mona Lisa or block the Brooklyn Bridge. But a huge number of farmers in the so-called third world, actually a very large proportion of the human race, don't care less about climate change or net zero. They don't care much if I choke to death in my fancy apartment either. They need money for food, for healthcare, and for education. And if that takes adding more farting cows to the herd or burning sugarcane, no amount of hot air expelled from the mouths of officials or protesters or lobbyists or high-level people sitting in nice conference rooms in Washington, DC or Dubai will change them. What we can do, however, is work carefully with them so we preserve the best of their traditional practices but cut out the worst. I'm not holding my breath, but what is needed is a focus on practical, pragmatic, viable, sustainable solutions that will be adopted by the poor farmers, so they don't need to burn their fields. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, hit subscribe, and see you next week. Bye for now.